You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming. To some of you on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you on a Let's Play episode of Promises to Keep, Rofi's Path. So let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alrighty. Talking numbers and logistics and who's in charge and who's to blame. What's their story like, I wonder? What brought Tom and Beth Robinson together? After eating, my yawns became wider, my dips into sleep more frequent. At some point, I feel someone shaking me gently. I blink, letting out a yawn. Looking to my side, I notice Rofi's absence quickly, then look up to see Theo. Hey, Leo, it's been a number of hours. Where did Rofi go? I stumble upright, almost stepping on my tail. Don't worry, he's headed back to mine now. Medically cleared Diana and all that. I glance at the sheep, conked out and snoring softly in her seat. Plugged-in phone slipping out of her hands into her lap. So let me plug this thing in. There you go. Hell yeah. Okay. Why didn't Rofi wake me? We could have walked back together. Do you think you're good to head back too? I get up and stretch. Yeah, I think so. Thanks for coming to get us, Theo. Of course, the storm looks like it's calmed down for the day. Or at least for now. I can walk with you anyway, though, if you'd like. Oh, are you not coming back? Not yet. I've still got a few more things to sort out with other folks before I call it a day. I raise an eyebrow, but he clarifies. No one in this house, at least for now. Alright, in that case I can make it back on my own. Theo nods, and after I bundle up again, moves to get the door. He hesitates, paw on the doorknob, thoughts clearly rolling behind his eyes. Don't worry about it, Theo. It's been a stressful morning for all of us. At least it's over for now. Surprise. And then gratitude. Thank you, Leo. Get back safely, okay? I smile at him. You too, Theo. Don't stay out too long. The trip back to Theo's house is thankfully uneventful. The fox was right. It feels uncharacteristically calm outside, especially compared to this morning. The landscape was no clearer, but I could make out my destination in the distance. Surprisingly, some of our paw prints from earlier had survived. And before long, I found myself stepping through Theo's front door. Leo! I was wondering when you'd get back. Was everything alright out there? He ushers me in as we talk. Yeah, is Rofi back? Yes, he is. He said he was really tired, but not much else. He worried me a little, honestly. Did a lot happen when you were at Diana's house? Yeah, it was pure chaos for a moment. She was yelling, Theo was yelling, she was having a seizure. I paused, noticing the raptor's concerned eyes. But we got through it. Everyone's okay. He nods. Is he in his room now? Yes, but I think he might need some little time on his own. That's the vibe I got from him earlier, at least. I exhale. Sorry, cats being cats. I exhale. You'll get your chance soon, Leo. In the meanwhile, I already prepared some food if you're interested in that. Sure, Beth, Tom's wife, made us some breakfast. But that feels like ages ago now. Both Hunter and Artemis are at the dining table eating when Ollie and I walk in. I elect to withhold details of the events at Diana's house for now. Instead, I allow myself to relax for the first time today, enjoying the company, the laughter, listening to Artemis and Hunter bicker playfully, I think? But through the chatter, I'm painfully aware of Rofi's absence. It's hard to leave the warm company, especially after the day we all had, but it finally feels like the right time to go to him. I get up. Hey, guys, I'm gonna make a plate for Rofi and take it upstairs to him. Yeah, I'm sure he's tuckered out and needs a bite. He'd like that. Artemis nods. Let us know if you need anything else, okay? Ollie clearly reads me like a book. Yeah, of course. Thanks, you guys. I quickly heap a collection of food onto an empty plate. Poor dog's probably starving. After the mountain of calories feels adequate for Rofi's appetite, I make my way upstairs. I pause outside his door. Should I knock? That's silly. I was literally sleeping here a few hours ago. But... no response. Rofi, I have some food from downstairs. You barely touched your pancakes earlier, so I know you're hungry. Can I come in? Still nothing, until I listen closer. Some rustling, and then the sound of someone crying. A painful, heavy dread weighs me down right through the floor. Shattered glass. Bitter frost. I almost throw open the door. Oh, poor baby. Rofi? I freeze at the threshold, not even sure what to do. He doesn't look up, but his chest heaves as he cries, hunched up against his bed frame in the wall. It doesn't even feel like he notices me here. I clattered the plate onto his desk before rushing over to him. Oh, Rofi! I instinctively reached to hug him, but then grayscale frames lit ablaze as a last resort. Fuck. It's all too much to process at once. I gently slumped to the floor by his side. A million different words claw their way up my throat, but none of them feel right. I keep my mouth shut, and slowly, I hear him start to breathe more regularly. He looks up at me, no brave smile to be found. Then, he opens his mouth to speak as he gets the last of his sniffles out. Leo? My throat feels dry, as if I was the one just crying. Yeah, Rofi, I'm here. The dog wipes one paw across his face. Those tears have already soaked through his fur. They were right, weren't they? I know exactly who he's talking about, but it doesn't feel right to jump to that conclusion just yet. Is this about today? Diana was more than a handful. I know that must have been... No, not her. Then, was it Theo? He was kind of harsh. Not him either. Then... Rofi's paws are trembling, damp, matted fur discolored by tears. I can't hold myself back any longer. I reach for his paws with mine. Can I? He nods, and I pull him towards me, resting on my legs. I'm here to listen to you, Rofi. Whatever you have to say. Nothing but a sniffling fills the silence. And finally... Leo? Yeah, Rofi? What does love mean to you? Let me see. Security. Feeling safe and sound. Like no matter what happens, it'll be fine in the end. Knowing the path I'm walking will take me to the right place. I don't feel that way often, and not with many people either. Let's see. Passion. Passion. That hot feeling you get in your chest. That pure physical reaction almost catches you by surprise. The exact emotion can change over time, but it never truly goes away. Like an ever-burning flame. Loyalty. Loyalty. Feeling like you do anything for someone, and that they do anything for you. And that's why we need love. We need to know that someone has our backs no matter what. Like we'll be there to support each other, hold each other up, regardless of time or distance. Freedom. Freedom. Feeling like you can be with who you are, feeling like you can be around somebody without fear of judgment or disappointment. Like when you're with that person, all of life's constraints fade to nothing. The fences disappear, and you're free to walk wherever you choose. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. I really don't know. It's too complex for me to break down, but I think I know it when I feel it. What does love mean for you, Rofi? Company. Not just the kind that go out to dinner with once in a while to catch up. Catching up with most people is exhausting. It's the people that I go to with the little things. I wouldn't text Artemis about really sweet coffee I just had at the hospital cafe, or Theo about my tummy hurting after eating too much. My relationships with them just don't work that way. That isn't to say that there isn't love of some sort there. It's just different. Different from Mom and Dad. They drive me insane. But they... His voice cracks softly. He looks down at her paws, seemingly startled by the sight, before gently pulling his away from mine. He clears his throat. They love me in that way. They do want to hear about those things. But with what strings attached? Being forced to stay the wrong path? Growing your happiness secondhand from someone else's? What the hell that was? Echoes from the previous night's dream reverberate loudly in my mind. At what cost? I wince at as those words come out. Sorry, I didn't mean to... No, it's okay. At face value, it was really no cost at all. The child, me at least. They had everything laid out for me. I just had to check all the boxes off. It was the easiest path, the least resistance. And then, a chuckle. And here I am instead, a half-baked healthcare worker on paid vacation. Still working, and almost killing a woman. What? Killing her? You saved her! He exhales, closing his eyes. At the very end, when I almost gave her the sleeping meds. and Theo stopped me because she was starting to look better. I wasn't thinking straight. Sleeping meds and alcohol both suppress your body's drive to breathe, and in an older person, they can stop your breathing altogether. But you said the medication stopped seizures, right? Yes, but it was slowing by that time already, and I'm betting she had unsafe amounts of alcohol in her system even before we saw her. Fuck. He puts his snout in his paws again, another grim laugh. And then what would I have done? Given the woman CPR until emergency services could arrive? To fix what I did? With the snow in the way, I would have died of exhaustion before they showed up. But that didn't happen, right? That's why you work with other people in the hospital, so they can catch your mistakes. But it shouldn't have happened at all. Maybe it wouldn't have if I had just listened to them. Ask a question I know the answer to already. Rofi, what did they want? A real doctor. And all they got was an assistant. There's so many things I want to say, so many things I want to ask, but none of them feel right for the moment. I know that this goes further than just his career. The small, simple picture frames in my dream glow bright as ever in my memory. The dog stands up slowly. I'm sorry, Leo. I'm really tired. I think I might call it a night early. Don't apologize, Rofi. I think I'm going to do the same if that's okay with you. He nods and flicks his eyes to his bed, clearly remembering our previous night's sleeping arrangement. What did he want? Should we sleep separately tonight? Hey, did you... Would it be too presumptuous for me to sleep next to him again? Yeah, I don't know what the right response is. I was a little warm last night. Is it okay if I grab the air mattress? What is it that I see in his eyes? Hurt? Relief? Sometimes I can read him so well, and other times, he's like a stranger to me. Or maybe I'm a stranger to him. Yeah, of course, that's totally fine. Do you need help? No, I got it. Thanks, Rofi. As I turn to leave, I see him reach for the plate I left on his desk. Good. At least he's eating. Alright, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!